You're watching Mirror 7 News. Stay informed, stay ahead for more news.
So let me walk you through this unusually eventful story that unfolded around Bayer Leverkusen's trip to Manchester for their Champions League meeting with Pep Guardiola's unbeaten Manchester City. Honestly, the journey itself felt like a warm-up act for the drama we might see on the pitch. The trip started off on a messy note before the team even got off the ground. The Leverkusen squad had boarded their flight, they were ready to go, and everything seemed set. But then, suddenly, the plane was asked to return to the gate. A message came over the speakers, saying there were uncertainties about the luggage on board, specifically whether all of it had been loaded correctly. The cause? Some confusion over the aircraft's weight readings, which raised a red flag. So instead of taking off on time, the team had to sit tight while the ground crew sorted out the baggage issue. Once everything was finally in order, you'd think it would be time to get moving again, but no. The next hiccup arrived immediately. A plane can't push itself back from its parking spot, and apparently the designated tow vehicle wasn't available. So the entire squad had to wait again, this time for the right equipment to show up. What was supposed to be a 4 p.m. departure ended up happening nearly 90 minutes late. When they finally landed in Manchester, you'd hope the ordeal was over. But the travel gods weren't done yet. The aircraft had been parked on a remote stand, and for almost an hour, passengers, including the players, were stuck waiting to disembark because the buses hadn't arrived. In the end, they simply walked to the terminal, which was only a few meters away. Even the club's schedule took a hit. The evening press conference with coach Kasper Hjulmand and Alanix Garcia, planned for 6 p.m. local time, had to be scrapped because of the delays. And remember, the U19 squad was also on that same flight. They had their youth league match against City later that afternoon, adding even more stress to an already chaotic day. All this sets the scene for a fascinating matchup. Leverkusen now heads into a crucial, fifth-round Champions League game at the Etihad, facing a City side that's not only unbeaten in the competition so far, but also coming off a strong 4-1 win over Borussia Dortmund. With Guardiola's team in form and Leverkusen arriving after this marathon of mishaps, it'll be interesting to see whether the turbulence stays off the field or follows them into the match. Stay subscribed for more videos.